In Salzburg, Austria, a long time ago, a genius was born. His name we all know.
Wolfgang Mozart Amadeus' son, a brilliant musician, he soon became.
We've gathered together for an evening of fun and tell you this tale. Please pardon the pun.
But before we begin, we'll show you must wonder. Who are these mice? Must be some sort of wonder.
The lofty descendants of each little mouse that lived in the woodwork of Mozart's old house. They passed through the stories that now must tell, so please sit back and listen well.
Be quiet at mine for now. It is time to read their Mozart and music online.
I'm Papa Mozart, the name's Leopold, and I'm proud to be the head of this merry household.
And I'm the mother named Anna Maria. Taking care of my family is my chosen career, surrounded by music and those that I adore. Now tell me, can anybody ask for much more?
Hello everyone, Manuel is my name. Being Wolfgang's sister is my claim to fame. I also love music and never get bored, for I spend hours playing my clavichord. And I'm the Mozart's canary, a lovable pet. I've been known to chirp out a mean minuet.
It's my musician friends. They've just come along to join me tonight for an evening of song. Herr Shatner and friends, so glad you could come. Now let us prepare for some musical fun.
Papa, oh please come in here. I've written some music I want you to hear.
Come now, Wolfgang, don't be absurd. That's the silliest thing that I've ever heard.
Let's humor the child. I do think we should. My gracious, this music is really quite good.
It's a marvelous piece. Now how could that be? But that's why it's called a concerto, you see. You must learn every note if it takes day and night. Practice and practice until you get it right.
It's a marvelous work, a sight to behold.
And to think that my son's only 4 years old.
Your son is a genius. I hereby proclaim that someday the world will remember his name.
It's very clear to see that he is quite a genius, everyone.
It's very clear to see that we have quite a genius for a son.
Who would have thought it of a little lad who's only 4 years old?
He's writing melodies that someday all the whole world will behold. He's only 4 years sure, his name will all adore. Someday his fame will proclaim, the world will know his name. It's very clear to see that he is quite a genius, everyone. It's very clear to see that they have quite a genius for a son. Who would have thought it of a little lad who's only 4 years old? He's writing melodies that someday all the whole world will behold. He's only 4, but we are sure his name will all adore. Someday his fame we will proclaim, the world will know his name.
And Papa Mozart was an enterprising man, and so he came up with a marvelous plan. His talented family soon left their abode and with music in hand took their show on the road. And as they journeyed to far off places, the little mice hid in a cave. The Mozarts played at the courts in all the great cities, entertaining the world with their musical ditties. Their travels had brought them to Vienna one day, where at the Empress's palace they played.
I'm Empress Maria Theresa, and I am here to greet you with just some of my children who would like to meet you, and that is my daughter, Maria Antoinette. And now, my dear Mozarts, I would truly love to witness this talent we had so much of.
Three merry musicians are we. Put us to the test and just name your request and we'll play it for you happily. Three merry musicians all three. Just name your request and then they'll do their best to play it for you happily. Three merry musicians, our price you can surely afford. No musical riddles too hard for my fiddle or else learn a rose clavichord. Three merry musicians all three. My sister, my brother,
My son and my daughter and me.
merry musicians all three.
Marvelous, marvelous, not one mistake. Oh, Mother dear, can we let them have cake?
Dear Maria Antoinette, I cannot say no. Certainly off the paralegal.
Thank you, Mama. Did you hear what you said? I'm so excited. My head might explode.
From Vienna to Paris, soon they will roam, where they played in many an aristocrat's home. They called him the greatest protege ever seen when he played at the palace of King Louis XV. Rather than paying off for his family, the royalty just gave them trinkets, you see, a gold wax silk sack, and left the poor Mozarts wanting for cash. On arriving in London, great Aunt Minnie claimed they were summoned to play at the court of St. James. Upon going to the opera one night, he decided that opera is what he would write.
Who they all profiteers one fancy funny. The wealthy don't want to part with their money.
Your trickles and bubbles are not what you need when there's so many humans to. So back home to Sovereign no bread for Dave played. Dave sadly returned in the morning. Dave
We travel cities to and fro. We play the palace everywhere we go. What do we ever have to show? Oh, nothing much.
we must remain that in hopes, perhaps, in hopes, good fortune will gain.
But try as they may to make music ends, meet all of their efforts just met with defeat. So with his fame and his talent and clamoring far from home, Papa and Wolfram depart for Rome.
As they travel through Italy on their grand concert tour, they are greeted with crowds cheering, "Encore! Encore!"
Well, just like, as they traveled through, well, just like the mice in old Dickory Dock, our relatives hid in a traveling clock, while dining in the mice had a ball. But finding this city was the greatest of all.
Papa Mozart and Wolfgang found Italy a joy. There was so much to see for a growing young boy.
Through the cities of Italy, they traveled with glee from Verona to Venice and then Tuscany.
Between recitals and operas and concert galore, Bologna was sandwiched right into the tour.
As the head of the Philharmonic Society, I say we should give this boy a look and see.
His reputation has brought him great fame, but is he really as gifted as others proclaim?
The question is simple and one well understood. Do our member composers think he's really that good? In a room we shall lock him so we can be sure he can write four-part music for our special score.
Is this young fellow a master musician? Should he be given a lofty position? He'll be required to pass every test. Then we will know if he has what it takes, 'cause with no mistakes he'll prove he's the best. Others we've tested have worked several hours, and still their music was frightfully sour. Before the clock runs out, he must complete all of the measures of this composition, with no omission and loudness of beat.
During his travels in Italy, the Italian to confer many honors to Wolfgang, including the Golden Spur. As bearer of the Golden Spur, his future seemed bright because Wolfgang was considered a knight. Everyone marveled at Wolfgang's success, but there's something I feel we mice must confess. While Wolfgang was writing his musical score, our relatives went out on the pig out floor.
They went out on the town and behaved just like mice, got their fill of bologna and relished each slice.
But the best laid plans of mice and men did not have a happy end.
Even tough Wolfgang found Italy a blast. Our relatives should not have eaten so fast.
In the years that passed by, Mozart composed beautifully, but he remained poor as church mice you see. From city to city he wandered around, with a lofty position where not to be found.
Through Europe, Prairie, wealth, and good fortune was not meant to be. Finally, by Vienna, he settled at last, hoping his problems were part of the past.
One happy offense, Wolfgang's wife, Constance Weber, became Mozart's wife. He had once been in love with her Countess sister, but she passed it up for my Mr.
When the knives hear, the nails take cheer, in the they dance and they sing and they party all night.
Now Wolfgang tried teaching students each day, but soon found out that it just didn't pay. With unpaid bills and eviction letters, they were constantly running away from the doctors.
Written symphonies, operas, concertos, duets, you think we'd be able to pay off our debts. It's a classical fact known to all the poor folk. The musicians are always destined to be broke.
It's a classic situation, one that fills me with frustration. Where I go, one thing I know, musicians always be baroque. It's a classic situation, one that fills him with frustration. Wherever he goes, one thing he knows, musicians always will be baroque. They always say, what will you play me? But then they never want to pay me. They always say his music's pleasant. Why is he living like a peasant? It's a classic situation, one that fills him with frustration. With his career, one thing is clear, musicians always will be baroque. It's plain to see and meant to be that classically speaking, he's baroque.
Though his music was considered a hit, his financial situation didn't change a bit.
But the years that followed never brought wealth and took a terrible toll on his health.
Sickly and frail, he took to his bed. Alas, at age 45, our master was dead. Such talent he stared, such pleasure he gave, yet Mozart was buried in a pauper's grave. Triumph and tragedy marked his short story, but his musical legacy lives on in glory. It's over 200 years since this master is gone, yet his beautiful music plays on and on.
musical tribute we'd like to propose to this great musician that all the world knows.
In 200 years, music has changed, so one of his pieces we've now rearranged.
We hope you'll forgive our new modern style. Perhaps it just might have brought Mozart a smile.